Hey everybody, I'm Scott. This is a hot rod, and you are watching Scott Rod's Garage. So what's happening today at Scott Rod's? Well, we've got Maxine in the body shop, and we are getting her ready for the clear coat. We've popped the windshield out, cleaned out all around the edges. I just got to do the bottom here, but I got to take all these little clips off first. But we got that all cleaned up. We're gonna prep that. We're gonna prime and paint it so rust doesn't start once we put the very, very expensive windshield glass in. Also, while I get the glass out, I'm gonna start unbolting the dash panel because we're gonna change that out, as you know. So we've had some supply chain issues with the interior material. I still have not got the material in yet to the upholstery shop. We had a long conversation this morning about it, and I am hoping that this gets resolved by the end of this week. Otherwise, I'm probably going to have to move in another direction as far as upholstery goes, which really disappoints me because I've been waiting for months and months and months. So whose fault is it? I don't really know. All I know is that I have a car that needs an interior, and it's gonna get one. So take a quick look. We kind of enhanced some of the patina a little bit, just to kind of get it a little bit more weathered looking. Expanded that a little bit. There was an area just like this on the driver's side that it looks like somebody had maybe put either some primer or a little bit of off-white paint on, and we got rid of that to kind of make it more uniform. Now we're going to clean up all the chrome. This piece right here I have a replacement for. This piece I'm about to take off because I have a replacement for that as well. So in the next probably 3 or 4 days, we're going to get some clear coat on this thing, and we're going to show you that. And I'm just going to move forward with redoing the trunk and the floorboards. But I have one more door that's stuck closed that I got to get into, and the last one took me about 4 hours to get into it. So I'm probably going to do that one first before I get into doing the floor. So we'll get moving forward on that at the beginning of the week. And yeah, you can check out, you can see some of the areas where we just kind of enhanced it a little bit. So basically what we're doing is we're knocking the rough off of this, making it nice and smooth, and giving it a surface that the clear coat can bite into, you know, and hang on to preserve this patina. This is the way I think it should be. I love the car, the look of it. Patina is in right now. I am a huge fan of patina, and I just feel like this car needs to be preserved because it's only original once, and right now it's original. So picture this with a nice coat of clear over it, just like the Bigfoot truck, and a brand new sparkling fresh interior, top to bottom. I mean, it's going to look like a brand new car when you're inside of it driving. And on the outside, it's going to look like a car that's been sitting under a tree for 30 or 40 years. Everything mechanically is going to be perfect on it. I mentioned in a previous video that I had to change the alternator out because the alternator stopped working. Well, the starter stopped working. So not only are we going to change out the alternator, but we're going to put a brand spanking new starter in this thing as well. I got the best quality one that I could find for it. So, and we're going to detail the hell out of the engine itself, and then I think we're going to leave under the hood the same patina, but we'll clear that out as well. So you're going to have, you open the hood, and there's going to be this red, bright red engine sitting inside this patinaed, you know, engine bay or engine barn. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you this. And then over in the hot rod shop, I am back to work on Jade, putting in yet another engine. The engine that we did a video on, me replacing, turned out to be a bad engine. Nobody's fault really. I bought it from a gentleman. It wasn't his engine. It was, he was told it was rebuilt, which it probably was, but I think it was rebuilt 30 years ago. And I think once we got it in and started using it, maybe a ring or two broke on it, so had a lot of blow by. So that has to come out. We have a brand new fresh motor. We're putting that in we're pulling the old one out right now. We're putting that one in the beginning of the week. So, you know, we'll probably show you a little bit of video of that. You've seen it before, so we'll kind of concentrate more on this one right here. Also, the Falcon. We're doing some work to the Falcon as well. So we will videotape what we're doing to that. It's time to finish the floor, finally. And the doors have to get realigned. I just had a nightmare of a time trying to get the driver's door back open on that. So that's done. And now we'll line those up perfectly because we're about to paint that. That one's getting painted right after this. I was going to paint that first, but we found some stuff that we didn't like. So I decided to move forward on this one, get this thing going here, because I really want to see this thing out in the road come springtime. So here we are, working on Maxine. We've got all the doors off. We are doing all the jams. We're going to paint the floor like we did the trunk. Then we're going to do the heat retardant sound deadener material on it. So we are going to paint this all a beautiful cloud white. So basically on the outside, you're going to get patina cleared over. On the inside, you're going to open the doors and blam, you're going to get punched in the face with a beautiful brand new interior. Everything is going to look like brand new once you open the doors. Let's go to the other side real quick. Also, new alternator and a new high torque starter going in this. So this side's all ready. Going primer. We found a problem with one of the hinges. Luckily I have a parts car to steal that off of. We'll get that off and get it over here so we can install it. And then we're just going to go through and tape all this wiring up. Make sure everything's good. I mean, this is 1962, so it's been around for a while. So we're going to kind of get everything basically looking like new as best as we can. So all new weather stripping on the doors and so forth. And then we can put the new glass in. So that's where we're at on this at the moment. We'll get back at you with some more video. All right. So now we got the door jambs all prepped, primed, and painted. A beautiful bright white. Next step is going to be to wrap all this wiring. Once I've inspected it, made sure there's no cuts in it anywhere. We're going to wrap it in electrical tape, and then we're going to wrap it in the plastic wire wrap. I forget what they call it. You know what I'm talking about though. Then the floor panels. We're going to do the same thing as we did to the trunk lid with the speckle paint. Then we're going to put down the sound deadening blanket. Big update on the interior. The material finally came in after threatening somebody's life. Came in, and the upholstery shop is working hard on the seats, and I'm working hard trying to get the car ready to ship down there so they can do the rest of it. Fabricate the door panels, carpet, headliner, all that good stuff. And then we'll get the seats installed and back here to do some more electrical and miscellaneous stuff. We will also wait until the interior is in before we put the windshield in, because I've got to swap out the dash panel. I will be working on that next week, and I will do a video as we're pulling that all apart and prepping it to dye it to match the new interior color. So stay tuned for that. And that is where we're at right now. Progress is happening. So today is the day where we rip out the engine on Maxine so she can move forward with her maximum makeover. Why don't you come on over here, and we're gonna show you a little bit of what we got done. So we got all the wiring taken care of, going to the doors. So once we get the doors back on, right now we're cleaning and sanding, and we're going to edge all the doors with a nice cloud white paint, like you see here, right here. Also, we're going to do the same thing with the engine bay. As soon as we get the engine out, we're going to sand everything down. We're going to detail everything. We're going to paint everything, the underside of the hood, the fender wells, and the firewall, and the core support. That nice cloud white. Engine's going to go a red to match the interior. So basically, when you open the hood, and what you see is going to look like 1962, this car coming off the assembly line. That's basically what we're shooting for right now. So now I want to show you just how nice the underneath of this car is. You've seen the floorboards. No work has been done to the trunk or the floorboards. They were absolutely perfect. That's the way I got the car. I have needed to do no sheet metal work whatsoever to this car. So let's get the front end up. We'll get the car up in the air, and let's see what the underside looks like. Okay, so let's check out the frame on this thing, the underside. Look how clean and solid it is. This car came from Tucson, Arizona. Look at the frame. It is literally 8.5 inches thick. The whole frame is boxed. I'll bet this frame weighs over 1,000 pounds. This car weighs a shade over 6,000 pounds. So, I mean, just look at underneath here. I mean, look at how solid it is. Yeah, I know it's rusty, you know. It's got some, you know, old mud that needs to be scraped off of it. We're going to clean everything up underneath. We're going to replace anything that's leaking. That seal right there is going to be done. Transmission pan leaks. We're going to probably put a brand new tranny pan in it with resealed. New gas tank. We've done the fuel lines, all in nickel copper. New fuel sender. The exhaust. We're going to do a dual exhaust on it. So this holds, I don't know if it's factory or not, but single exhaust. It probably is. This thing only has 62,000 miles on it, according to the odometer, and I know it's not 162,000. But yeah, so I mean, look at the trunk floor extensions, the frame, all the way front to back. Absolutely perfect. I mean, this is what you want to see. I mean, every nut and bolt comes off this car. It's like, you know, it's amazing. When you come from the Rust Belt like we do and you see cars like this, it's just, it blows your mind. It's like a time warp. So take a good look, because it's just going to get better from here. Got a steering box leak. We'll have to take care of that. I know I got valve cover leaks going on, so that's where the oil's coming from. But like I said, we're going to pull the motor out, pull the tranny out, pressure wash everything, sand, scrape, clean everything, and paint everything. So underneath here will also look like it's brand new. Got a brake line here that I'm not too crazy about. I don't like the way it's made. Looks like somebody might have replaced it at one time and just kind of ran it any way they could. That is going. See ya. Oh, that's from the power steering. Power steering. I don't know if we overfilled it or if it's got a leak. I guess we'll have to investigate that. Stabilize the links. We got to fix that, replace that. Thank God I got a parts car. Imagine trying to get those. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So we are going to start draining the fluids out of this thing and get this motor out. So we'll get back at you. All right, a couple bolts left, and we should have the tranny down. One. Whoopsie. Check, not enough hands. That should do it. You bastard. There we go. 2. Now around to the other side. Down to the other side. Three. And we got okay here. One more bolt. One more will be home free. There it is. All right, come with me. All right, that's all the bolts. Now, I should be able to shake this free. Training jack, but I'll have to do it because my training jack is sitting over there holding up an engine. Anyway. Coming up, what do we got going on?
This side too. This side too. It's connected.
Videoing right now. Can you grab me a pair of ducks so I can cut a wire? Right? Up, right here. Them right here. It's good. It's good. Close. Carousel. Transmission. Here we go. Here we go, baby. This is a cable-driven transmission because it's a push-button shift, so it's cable-driven. These things are very rare, hard to come by. I actually have 3 of them, so I guess I'm collecting. In case this line's gonna stay like that until the motor comes out. All right. Ready for lift off.
Watch your head.
All right. Good. Training's out. Next is the engine. Now we'll get this thing set up on a stand and pressure wash it, soap it down, scrape it, clean it, strip all the parts off of it, new water pump, brand new carburetor, new alternator, new high torque starter, coil, voltage regulators, It's got a new fuel pump in it, but I'm thinking of converting it to an electric fuel pump because I want this car to be turnkey. Boom. Converting it to electronic ignition. So, you know, upgrades. All upgrades. So, then we'll just detail it, you know. Whole block's going different color red. More in line with the color of the interior. And then everything else, all the accessories, the pulleys and stuff like that will be black. And valve covers and air cleaner. Which are all ready to paint. So, alright, that's it for now. Okay, so what are we looking at here? An empty hole. See all of that? That is all going to be detailed, cleaned, sanded, and painted a beautiful bright cloud white. The whole engine bay. And then that nice, freshly painted red engine is going to go inside there. And we have started to lay down the heat resistant sound deadening mat, as I mentioned earlier. That way when you're inside this car, it's going to be like cruising around in your living room with 8 of the best friends you ever had. So now let's go into the body shop and see what else is going on before we end this particular video. We have Edwin in the body shop, and he's completely doing over a color change and ground effects on a Japanese Nissan right-hand drive. So he's got all the body work done. He's just fine-tuning it and getting ready to prime the whole car. Paint has been ordered. It's coming this morning, and we're going to see this car by the beginning of the week in a different light. So check it out. Tons of body work done to it. He had to rebuild the front bumper on this thing. It was cracked and dented and pushed up. And
cracked here, broken here.
Yeah. Had more crack than Harlem. There you go. So this is our body shop. I'm sure you've seen it before. Magic happens in here too. Maxine's coming back in as soon as this is painted, so we can clear over that. This was a job that came in a little bit unexpected. It wasn't scheduled. It was planned, but it wasn't scheduled, and it just showed up. So I figure we'll jump on it. You got to keep making the money. Keep the doors open. Keep the roofs over our heads. Keep the electricity on. Keep these guys paid. So there you have it. We continue on with Maxine's Maximum Makeover. Say that 5 times fast. Maxine's Maximum Makeover. Now we're going to tackle the engine and the transmission. Get that stuff completely clean. I'm going to pull everything apart, reseal everything on the motor, because I want this car to be absolutely perfect. So stay tuned. More on Maxine in our next video. Arizona green tea, anyone? That's the color of this car now. So check out a can of Arizona green tea, which is exactly this color. I had it special mixed for this job. This is what the guy wanted, and he's actually going to put the red cherry blossoms all over it in decals. So now we just got to cut and buff the whole thing. We got a little bit of dirt on the hood and the bumper, so we're going to have to really sand that down, and we may even have to throw a little bit more paint and a little clear on it, because we got a bunch of stuff on there. Forgot to turn the heater off. Whoops. Anyways, mean green. Check it out. All right. Let's go back out to the main shop. We'll talk about Maxine. All right. Today, Maxine is getting pressure washed and scrubbed, not necessarily in that order. Transmission, we're going to start taping up and cleaning up and pressure washing the engine. Then we're going to tear it all down, new valve covers, new air cleaner, pull the intake off, oil pan, new water pump. Anything I see, anything at all that I see that I just want to change out, because I want this car perfect when it leaves here. My name is on it. So that's going to get all painted. And today, I am going to put all the weather strip on all the doors. And we are probably going to transfer Maxine back over to the hot rod shop, where we'll put the doors on and finish putting the sound deadening material on the floorboards. I got to order some up today, because I know I'm not going to have enough. The car's way too big. So I'm going to get some more of that coming so we can get it inside the door panels. I want this car to literally be like a, I don't know, sound chamber when you're inside of it. Unless the windows are down and you're hearing the great rumble of the exhaust. Nothing like the rumble of a dual exhaust on a big block Chrysler. So we are going to put the moldings on. That's next on the list. I'm going to glue them on like so. And then when the car gets transferred over here, I'm going to put all the hinges on, get the doors back on, and then we'll be ready to clear coat the outside of the car. Actually, no, we won't. I take that back, because first we have to do the engine bay, and that's going to be a lot of work. And we're going to paint that white, and then we'll clear coat